Hello folks, and here we are back for round 1. We are on the play. A hand looks a little awkward. We've got 2 Abominations of Goodle, a Disowned Ancestor, a Soul-Tied Charm, and a Rite of the Serpent. It is going to be a keep. Even if these Abominations of Goodle can't be hard cast, they can still be morphed for 3 mana. And Disowned Ancestor is pretty good, so we're definitely keeping this. As I said before, we are on the play. Disowned Ancestor has put in a lot of work for me over the years. And by over the years, I mean over the drafts that I've done of this format. So, our opponent is Machinage. His deck is... we don't know anything about his deck, in all honesty, other than he's playing an island. So, not much else to know there. If we don't... Yeah, I think this turn is just going to be outlasting. Or maybe not. Maybe this turn we'll be playing Thornwood Falls. And gaining a life to make sure that we hit our 3 drops in stride. This certainly does make casting Soul-Tied Charm that much easier, which makes me very happy. Ooh, blue-red, so Teamer or Jeskai, that is the question. If he doesn't do anything, I might just... No, I'm still gonna run out of Morph card. I think that's perfectly reasonable. And the next turn, we can leave up Soul-Tied Charm, we can play another Morph, we can Outlast. We got options. Our opponent has not done too much with his second turn, so that's always good. And plus, Disowned Ancestor kind of discourages any aggressive playing on our opponent's part. I wonder if he... Oh, no, he didn't mean to end his turn, so there you go. So we're trying to figure this out. I think he actually passed us the block. So we're going to try and get him his turn back. As always, I mean, like, winning is fun, but... Make sure that he discards. Obviously, that's important. Yes, he's got 8 cards in hand. I'm curious to see what he has to... I'm not going to take my turn until he discards. Kind of want to see what the information is. Quiet Contemplation. I'm not impressed by these. I thought Goblin Slide was going to be really good. I mean, Goblin Slide's okay, don't get me wrong. I certainly like it, but that's not face down. It should be face up. Flip that. That's not meant to be a Morph card. So first things first, obviously you're going to swing in for 2 here. It's a little awkward without mana, but that's okay. I think I'm actually going to flip up. The question is, do I want to play Abomination or Pinewalker? I think I just want to play Pinewalker. I think that's perfectly fine. And then I can start doing some shenanigans with Pinewalker. Plus, I don't necessarily need a second forest. Like, this is... I mean, I need a 5th land at some point anyway. But if I don't get it, that's fine. Like, if I draw, like, one of my tap lands, I can always just go, like, Disowned Ancestor, Outlast. Or if I... Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. If I wind up drawing, like, a banner or something. Alright, so we do get our 5th land. Which means I probably am gonna... Do I want to loot with Goodle or not? That is the question. I think it depends on what happens here. If he's got, like, Twin Flame or something, I'll probably just morph whatever creature he decides to do 2 damage to. So does he have the Winter's Flame? Yeah, he's got it. So... Alright, so what our opponent did was flips this. So we're going to flip Pinewalker. And untaps the Morph. untap the morph that you tap, because whenever Pine Walker does this, it does this. Our opponent did it before combat, so now we swing in for 7. Yep. Pine Walker actually just completely blew a Winter Flame out of the water there. And we're done. Alright, so now we've got Abomination and Pine Walker. Seems good. Seems very good. Seems very playable. Yep, we managed to dodge the Winter Flame. Feeling pretty happy about that. And Disowned Ancestor has just been sitting there going, what's up, guys? Wow. 2 Winter Flames. Yikes. Okay. His deck is good. 2 Winter Flames is really nice. Seems playable. It doesn't really matter which one he taps because they're going to untap anyway. It's very smart of him, too, to do that at sorcery speed. But we're going to very happily swing in for 5. And then I think what we're going to do is just run out the next best card. The card that's going to force him to play differently, and that's going to be Meandering Tower Shell, which basically is completely unstoppable. So what we're talking about, sorry guys, I know that I'm like not entirely as chatty as usual, but my opponent and I are engaged in a little discussion about which clans that we think are the best, and after so many drafts of the format, I have to say I really think that the best ones in the format are most definitely the Abzan archetype. He plays Singing Bell Strike and then concedes. Okay, so showed us that he had the removal. I think he realized that Meandering Tower Shell was just too good of a card. We'll see if we get another round. We'll get a round 2. I'd like to get a round 2 out of our opponent, but you know, if he says no, then he says no. Try to give you guys the best thing that I'm doing. All right, so no round 2. We're going to go right just to the next round. Well, hopefully the next round. If we don't manage to go to the next round, folks, I do want to take this moment to say thank you so much for joining us. Again, there are tons of places for you to go, and I'm just really happy that you choose to draft with us here. I know I have a blast recording these, and hopefully you guys have a blast watching them. And hopefully, most importantly, you learn something. That's how I learned drafting. I learned by watching these videos, and so just want to give back a little bit to the MTG community. So I really appreciate it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you next time.